His hand's okay. It's a little bit soft to Hero Fall since we have 2 Runeers in our hand. Non-resource, so this shard doesn't make a resource the turn we play it, but we can choose either a resource or non-resource, so we're guaranteed to draw a non-resource next turn. We'll stack the deck a little bit. That was a fantastic draw. So this is the first time we play a socketed card each turn. We get to draw a card. So basically just all of our things cantrip now. Ooh, they're playing an aggressive deck. Interesting. Huh. I'm going to play this Rune out. On the off chance they do... Oh, that's gross. Please don't Hero Fall me. Please don't Hero Fall me. So Hero Fall... in addition to killing this, also gets all the copies out of my hand and deck, so they're going to take 2 cards out of our hand here if they have Hero Fall. Hopefully just like Strangle or Rockcast here. Yep, deal. Play this out again. Play this. Pass the turn. And this Rune has Swift Strike and deals double damage, so it can actually block their Crusader profitably. Yeah, Sentry would be really hot. If they can't kill this, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. Maybe play this next turn. So Animus is a 3/3. This is one of the payoff cards for playing a bunch of socketed cards in our deck. It says, whenever we play a socketed card, all of our socketed cards in all zones get +1/+1. Darkheart. All of their cards are socketed right now, too, so that's a little awkward. I think I'm actually just going to go Rune or Blamsmith here. So, like, get some more blockers out. When this, if this manages to deal damage to me, they get to take one of my troops. Take control of one of my troops, so... I would prefer to have just a bunch of blockers so this can't get through. I've not actually tried the Diamond Sapphire. Maybe we'll do that at some point. I'm going to play the Animus here. Yeah, I feel like if they have removal, they need to, like, answer my Runeers, too, so playing this seems fine. Stack a non-resource on top of my deck here. Play a Sentry of Nulzann. I'm ready to start hitting them yet. This is attacking for 18. I think I'm just going to pass for one more turn here. Next turn, these Runeers will get real large, and I'll go pretty wide with this Buzztech. Alright. Yeah, we don't have scrounge for Buzztech, but it makes the Rune ears pretty large. Play this out. Which makes the Animus trigger, and then makes those larger. Opponent just packs it in, because my Rune ears are huge. Buzz. Pyre Strike seems great, because it voids their Crusaders. Dark Art seems a little medium, because they're a Sockets deck as well. Iremaw fights Diamond, Ruby, Sapphire. So I guess they have Sapphire things, so leaving the 1 in seems fine. I don't know if I want this extra altar or not. Blitz seems fine, though I don't think they have a ton of removal in their deck. I'm gonna leave the Blamsmiths in because they block the, they block my opponent's, the 2-drop well that tries to steal one of my troops. I'll just trim a Blitz. I think leaving 3 altars in is fine. So Zen doesn't have a Ruby in it, but it's got Sentry and Altar, which are like really powerful cards in the matchup, so I think I want to keep it. And this Ice guarantees us a resource, which will hopefully be Ruby. I'm gonna do this, put a resource on top of my deck. Nope. Seek Fortune. Almost clicked the wrong one there. Alright, they have an altar on 2. We have an altar on 2. Everybody gets to draw all the cards this game. Still no Ruby, but we're going to get to go Sentry into Pesky Pippit next turn and draw a card, so hopefully find a Ruby that way. We only need single Ruby in this deck list, so we only need to find 1. I don't think Scorn is good enough. I don't think I want to kill this. Like, maybe they almost certainly have Animus in their deck, so maybe it's worth it to kill that. Oh, they put speed into these. That's scary. That's gross. Another wild shard kind of sucks. I feel like we want to draw resources, but we also want none. God! Why, wild shards? Why? Alright, I deserve this, I know. Double block this Crusader now, at least. Next turn we can activate this and play it. Draw another card. They have a rock cast here and kind to get us. They're assigning damage, so we did not get got. Feels good. I put a Well of Savagery, right? Alright. There's an Emsee. There's a Rune Ire. I'm actually going to wait on that Rune Ire because I want to use this Rune Ire to draw a card next turn, ideally. And we could use our resources on this to create an effigy. Trade there, get a 1/1. Ugh. Nope, that means our silly opponent thinning our deck. Oh, good! They drew a non-ruby resource out of our deck. God, what a tilt! There were 2 spider eggs in our deck, and we drew both of those before we drew a ruby. Tilt! Again, I'm going to hold on to this even though I can play it this turn, because next turn when I play it, I'll draw a card with the altar, which gives us a better chance to get to ruby. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I don't think I'm supposed to go for anything with this. I'm going to play this out even though it doesn't draw a card this turn. Just so, like... Oh, that gives us charges too. It made another Riftwarp Badger. Alright, that's funny. That's really funny. That's that Swift Strike. So, like, it just eats his lethal thing here. I'm not quite sure what that block was. You want things in his bin, maybe? He's got, like, a paw of Yazucan or something. Waltz of the Damned. Sure. So that gives them control of every troop, and then makes them sacrifice them. We have an altar to rebuild with, so... More power to him, I suppose. Ooh, Primordial Sabretooth. I could just play that. Yeah, let's play our Riftwarp Badger, see what we get. Into Rune Ire Hierophant, sure. Oh, and a Flufftail Cloud Killer because of that. Yep, sweet. Oh, I do need 2 Ruby to play that, don't I? I can activate its ability still, though. It's a pretty big one. I think I'm going to block that one. Man, I'm glad this thing doesn't have Intimidate anymore. Those are sad days. This is probably eating a rock cast. But if it doesn't, this is like our best chance to steal this game, right? This deals double damage and crushes right now. Yeah, sure. If I'd had one more resource there, we could have tried and killed them. They might have to start holding this gas back, no joke. Like, I've got 2 more champion powers here. If they can't kill this, they're going to be in a real bad spot. Another altar, sure. It's like, they're in the tank here. That means they don't have removal, right? I think I'm just... Chant powering. Attacking, right? They generated a shroud off of this. God, that's a tilt. By that I mean Blitz, eat your guy. Please no removal, 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 please no removal. Damage, 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 damage. Don't tease me, opponent. Whoa! That's an evaporate. That's an evaporate. Alrighty. Huh. Well, I guess I'll play that out and draw a card. Huh. Well, that's a tilt. Now we have to chump with the Rune Ire, which sucks. Alright, they drew a removal spell for the turn, so... We'd be on the play for this third game. I don't think I want to change anything. The one copy of Blitz is fine. That's a bit. That seems too slow. It's like not impressive, but fine. I guess Sabretooth lets me kill their thing. I think they probably have... They're a Crusader and Emsee deck, so they have one Gallows Gas in their deck, so I think boarding and Scorn to kill Gallows Gas is a little narrow. Or to revert Gallows Gas is a little narrow. Like, if that game just breaks a little bit better in our direction, we probably win that game anyway, so I don't really think we want to board in something narrow for, like... that. The only reason that game lasted as long as it did was because I kept a hand that didn't have Ruby in it, so the game lasted a long time. On average, the games aren't going to last that long, I don't think. Alright. Depends on how much removal they have. Maybe this Rune can run away with it. Alright, let's start Shard drop. We get to get in here for 4. So long rabbits. Them having an altar and us not is kind of a beating. Yep. Yep. Their altar is probably going to bury us. And the off chance they don't have removal for this Animus, we can maybe run away with the game that way. And now, like, his Emsee's gonna get going here, too. He's draw, like, another Sabretooth. I have to choose between, like, shooting this down and shooting this down, and that the Animus is definitely the more scary of the two. So he gets to draw a socketed card, and then that socketed card draws another socketed card, so probably just buried this game. Maybe we should have boarded in our other altar. That card seems like it's pretty important. Just playing it out as a 4/4 speed, sure. No blocks. Weird. It's aggressive. Maybe they have another Emsee in their hand. Take 8 here, down to 13. Alright, there's an altar of our own. I think I'd rather play this dark card out and start raining their board in a little bit here. This Dark Heart means they have to sacrifice a non-socketed card. So they probably lose like this or this. Then this can chump block it to sacrifice anyways. This can keep the Abominations at bay. Bin a non-socketed card of your choice, opponent. Alright, we're done here. I like to suggest sort of flipping the ices with, I'm gonna cut one, 2, 3 of these, and then 1, 2, 3 of these, and then go up 3 wild, and then put all ruby ice in. Been doing that in my other decks. I built this one earlier in the season. It's like a good suggestion. So that third game, their altar kind of buried us, but that second game, we probably would have been able to win had I probably would have been able to win had I mulliganed to a hand that had both of our thresholds in it. Would you recommend start playing Hex Cape for a Magic background? Installing the game now. So there's two different paths depending on what your budget is. So here are a list of budget Hex TCG decks. So these decks range from $15 to $100. There's ones at lots of prices in between those two amounts there. All those are reasonable to get started on the ladder. If you're looking to just buy in to a Tier 1 deck right off the bat, the only Tier 1 deck on the budget decks list is the Redlings deck. I have a second article here. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. This second article I linked here, this lists 8 of the decks that are pretty reasonable in the standard format right now. The only one I wouldn't recommend in that second article for a new player is the Storm deck, the Escalate deck. The rest of the Tier 1 decks in that article are all very reasonable. And honestly, if you don't want to spend any money at all, I always recommend people play a little bit of the free-to-play portion of the game. Just get a feel for it and make sure that you like it before you actually put money into the game. You get free cards just for setting up, and you can, there's more than enough to just play against the computer in the PvE section. It gives you more than a feel for the game. Make sure you actually like the mechanics. Our hand's a little slow here on the draw. I guess it's not too bad. If we get a non-slow resource, this hand's okay. You get to go Sentry into Blamsmith. Into Animus, we get Primordial's interaction. We'll see. Opponent's playing Angus, so they're likely playing a deck similar to what we were just playing before this one. Yeah, it's funny. Lasgard Vengeance is like Boros Charm with upside a lot of the time, right? Just like this fours you, it does a little something else. Yeah, I came, I started playing Hex midway in between the set 3, set 4 release. Okay, let's... Righteous Outlaw's real good. I'll be able to kill... Oh, he won't be able to kill a Blamsmith because this is going to be Gladiator. Sweet. So hopefully we didn't put an ice on top of our deck. We want a non-slow resource here. Ding. I think I'm actually just going to kill this. And the next turn I could go Sentry Blamsmith. And, like, honestly, depending on, like if you're an adult with a real job, like, the cheapest deck on that budget list is, like, $15. Like, I've blown $15 on things I don't like all the time. So if you want to just jump into the competitive portion, like, just go buy the $15-ish Bombas deck list, and you'll probably enjoy it. Deck draws a lot of cards. So we missed our third resource here, which kind of sucks, but we get to play these out. We have Primordial Sabretooth we can play, and if we get one more resource, we can get these Animuses going. Vomit. Ace effect, when you zoom in on a card, it tells you what the keyword does over here on the left side. So you can see this says speed, this can attack, and use exhaust powers the turn it comes into play. We're pretty dead at this point. Let's go ahead and get to the second game here. Have one Carnasaurus in my board. Man, I'm prepared for the red deck, huh? So I'll put in a couple Pyre Strikes. Maybe I want some more cards in my board. I built this deck earlier in the season before the CCS, and the mono Ruby deck's gotten more popular post-CCS. So I probably want... Well, this fights Ruby things, doesn't it? Maybe that's better than Pyre Strike? That's close. You think Iremaw is good enough? I don't know if I believe that Iremaw is good enough. It's really slow. Like, playing a 4-drop seems awkward. Certainly nothing to write a form poster. Mattman, post a link in the Discord chat to the deck list of the version you like, and we'll play some Sapphire Diamond Sockets tomorrow afternoon. I think we're only going to be playing for another 20 minutes or half hour or so today, but tomorrow we will play some Diamond Wild, or Sapphire Diamond for sure. A good strong curve here. Get to go Blamsmith into Rune Ire. Iremaw gains... I feel like our one Karn isn't a reason to write home about the Iremaw. If we had a bunch of Karns, then maybe Iremaw is worth it because it can gain some life too. And I'm getting a little bit aggressive here, but like I mentioned when we were playing the Angus deck, in addition to putting up walls and interacting with our opponent, we need to also kill them. So like, just like sitting here on our guys while they don't attack us is nice, but like, is that actually progressing our game plan? Don't have a fireball, don't have a fireball. Alright, so they must have a Lasgar's Vengeance. They're just letting me eat their guy, right? They're just dead, right? Oh, now they're really dead. Alright, so champ power this. Alright, attack for 18. Alright, we're on the scoreboard. Let's go to game 3 here. And again, don't have a lot of... Bring an extra Pyre Strike, cut a 5-drop. Seems fine. Maybe an Iremaw is better than the second Dark Heart. I can see that being true. Yeah, I think this hand is fine. Like, we only have 4 1-drops in our deck, so I don't think we can mulligan to a hand that always has a 1-drop. into curve 2-3 into 3-3. It's not that dissimilar, to be fair. Like, if we had more Karns in our deck, like, if we had, like, 3 or 4 Karns, and we had Sentries, like, I would probably mulligan a hand without a Karn or a Sentry, but, like, with only, like, 5 good hits, I don't think we're supposed to. They boarded in Pyre Strike. Okay. Hi, Jacob Jeffrey. Do you want some Cheerios? Yeah. I'm gonna Rune Ire because it's pretty good on defense. Where's your bowl? Where's your bowl? Oh, no. Matriarch, sure. So no Fireball. Shard Fireball will basically concede. Alright, well, fam, we tried. Alright. Dead. $95. Got a free booster pack. Almost to those sweet, sweet AA Dark Hearts. I'm gonna put some more cards in here. Gonna stack the board with those. Oh wait, my board's missing cards. What was in here? Let's put a couple Burning Ire in here. I like how we played all those games with just 13 card reserves. Lol. Let's play one more and then we'll wrap it up for the afternoon, I think. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Remember, I'll be back tomorrow morning with some more Magic followed by Hex. Alright, playing against Winter Moon here. I'd love to go first. No rubies. Let's take a redraw. We've got some Emsees, you could say. You know, I didn't realize how often the salt happens in chat. But, yeah. Christy's been playing the Ruby deck on the ladder, and the number of opponents that she's played against that just, like, salt off at her in chat because she's playing the Mono Ruby deck is kind of comical. Hey! Stone Age with the 10-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. The Hex community, y'all have been very good to me, and I appreciate the support. Gonna attack with this. Let's go ahead and play my Rune Ire Hierophant out here. We're just gonna get to draw a card? Yeah, every time this readies, we get to draw a card. Oh, I'll play this out. Make my Rune Ire larger. They only have single Sapphire threshold here, so they can't even deny us here. I do get disconnects. That's funny. Opponent hasn't done anything for the first 3 turns. Interesting strategy. And play my Badger out. Make my guys larger. What rank am I? I think we were like 29 when we joined this match. We could get Lullabied here, I suppose. Oh, you were asking Elwyn's what rank they were. Okay. So, opponent never played a card, and then they died. I'm assuming they're a control deck. I'm gonna board like they're a control deck. Put in a couple of Ripostes. These Sabretooths are probably a little medium. Let's do this, see how it goes. I think they kept 7 that game. Seems pretty reasonable. Go 2, 3, 4. Now they're down to 5. This is going to be the mold of 4 concede. We'll play another one if that's the case. Bad. We do need to run some resources off here at some point. Yeah, I just looked at it, Maddie. That's so funny. They responded to you making fun of them instead of responding to me, their customer. That's kinda great, right? Okay, landing plus sight. They're gonna draw back up here. So go ahead and stick this Rune here this turn. They have deny up here, but it's what it is. Something's probably going to get denied at some point. That didn't get denied. All right, that's really good for us. Deep freeze, sure. Runier's back in my hand. They just have no idea! Holy crap, their social media team is bad at their job. Alright, happy with this trade here. Still bricking on resources, but this altar's gonna like punch the clock and go to work here and hopefully power us through. Read, for people that are wondering the tweet we're talking about, read through that. And read down, you want to scroll down to Matt and Comcast responses. Alright, Sentry's kind of a resource. Hey, what's going on, Jet? We decided I didn't feel like winning anymore. We're 0-2 with this deck. I think we're winning this match, but we haven't won a match with this deck yet. So it might need a little work. resource. Should play this Animus out. I feel like they could have a Pippit Hustler here, and I don't want to run this into a Pippit Hustler that's going to kill my Altar of Nulzann. Oh, I have to discard a card? That's funny. God. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. The deck my opponent's playing is actually a 2-shard flash deck. That's actually, this is a Fae. So yeah, I guess there's literally fairies. We draw 2 cards whenever we play a socketed card now. We have to try to deck out. Comcast cares as a bot confirmed, right? I guess we'll probably play this dark card out here soon. I can play dark card with Riposte up next turn, right? And like make them sacrifice the stupid hustler. Just draw all of the hex cards here. We're going to Riposte this Weave into nothing, which takes it off the chain and puts it into our hand. We're not going to get to replay this turn, but it does mean our dark card's going to resolve for us. And then at the end of our turn, this goes back to our opponent. So they get their Weave back, but then they're going to sacrifice their Pippit Hustler to this dark card. No, I can't discard. At the beginning of my end step, it goes back to their hand. Windsinger, gross. So now whenever we draw a card, they draw a card, so I don't want to play my socketed things out anymore. I think I just want to pass to them now, right? Like, hope they can't Pippit Hustler this. What are some of those icons on your troops? So the fist means crush, which is the equivalent of trample jet. This guy, the eye is steadfast, and the bow is Skyguard, which are reach and vigilance. So they're kind of shortcuts for the little keywords that your troops have. Into the unknown, my dark heart. Man, we're going to lose this game, aren't we? Holy crap. I think we're going to get buried by this. Dark Wonders! Our Twitch baby is born today. 9-month resubscription, 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Well, I think we're on the overwhelm them plan, right? We're just gonna like jam a bunch of stuff into play next turn and hope for the best. I was like, how did this Shard of Instinct get into my deck? It was a Dark Heart. They into the unknown me. Deep Freeze. That's a rude opponent. Scrounge this guy out. So this guy, whenever we draw a card, they draw a card, and they get their resources back on our turn. So he's a big, annoying mamma jamma. I don't know if we're going to be able to power through that or not. They have Thunderfields here. So the next action that they draw out of their deck is going to draw 4 extra cards here. Maybe we can deck them. Maybe we could deck them. What are the odds they don't have a counter spell? I would like to fight this one. They probably just have another Windsinger, don't they? They probably just have another Windsinger. Zubrin, we only have 12 charges. I need to conserve my champion power. What's been my favorite Hex deck so far? Probably the Storm deck the Escalate deck that exists right now. It's not particularly good, but it's powerful and it does fun things. Huh. Huh. Oh, the Cosmic Dragons deck is really sweet too. I forgot about that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could scrounge a Pesky Pippit, maybe? Rude. Oh, that's the one that draws all the extra cards, okay. Alright, you know, non-zero chance this resolves. We've got one piece of interruption for it. Oh, I didn't think about that. Huh. I was so set on... In my head, I just had it that, like, I only wanted to riposte a counterspell so this Pippit could get through, that you're right, I should have done that. Should have done that thing. That being said, if they don't find a, what's it called here, this Blamsack is just going to kill them. This thing makes, you know, deals 3 damage to them every turn. They need a Pippit Hustler. Every day they hustling. Wait, what? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Cause I want to Into the Unknown the Windsinger. Yeah, so at the end of every turn, Pesky Pippit makes a random squirrel when he's scrounged. And one of the squirrels that exists right now is a 7/7 Skyguard squirrel, the Flufftail Cloud Killer. So every time we make it to our end step, the pesky Pippit makes a pooper. How many troops do I have in here? Just one. Attack with all these. Sure. I can use the Sabretooth to finish off this Windsinger. If they block with it, which they probably need to unless they have a Transmog. Like, I want to make them deal with this stuff. Yep. Alright, so then I can Sabretooth this. And then I can play a Rune Ire and draw some cards without having to let them draw cards. And then let's play this Blamsmith with Scrounge, so it's going to make a Blamstack here. Alright, and the Blamstack killed them. Weird. Weird. No, the Sabretooth only hits troops. The card would be busted into half if it hit players. Alright, so we're 26th on the constructed ladder Rune here. I'm going to go for about 4.5 hours, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap for this this morning. I'll be back, like I said, tomorrow morning about 8:30, 9 o'clock a.m. CST with some more magic, followed up by some more Hex Shards of Fate. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. Welcome back to my subs and resubs. Y'all are awesome and enable me to do what I do here. Find someone to give a host to.